It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Vikings and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership on the charts.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Vikings 46-yard line.
Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They go play action with Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And Burrow going to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the Vikings first down.
To throw, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Short throw to Smith. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down in the play. The Bengals at 5-8, 3 games under 500. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. From midfield now, Burrow. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. A first down throw for Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Cousins now. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Jones. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Another try for Mixon, and this time he is in. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. They'll find Osborne here. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there but couldn't bust free. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On play action, Cousins. Looking left side and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. That is caught, and he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
A loss of 7 yards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Addison, and he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a 1st down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Cousins. Pass complete. It's Madison. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
An 8-yard pickup.
One last shot now for Cousins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete. Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Cincinnati, their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.